Hi, this is Jim Blasingame, the Small Business Advocate, and if you'll give me 3 minutes of your time, I'll help you have the maximum opportunity to be successful in your small business. Now, let's talk about the age of the customer. Markets were born when humans chose to acquire what they needed by trading with each other rather than producing it themselves or taking it from someone else by force. The moment of proto-market conception was when the first seller offered to trade with the first customer, and that offer was accepted. For millennia, this marketplace dance was as beautifully simple as it was exquisitely effective, having at its nucleus 3 primary elements. Number 1, the product, controlled by the seller. Number 2, information about the product, also controlled by the seller. And number 3, the buying decision, controlled by the customer. From that first transaction, when shells were the reserve currency, to about 1995 AD, the marketplace dance was performed zillions of times with little variation. I've termed this period the age of the seller, because the seller controlled 2 of the 3 elements. Then something happened that had not occurred for 10,000 years, a new age. I call it the age of the customer. This new age was born as microcomputers and associated innovations converged with high-speed internet and associated applications. And as this convergence shifts marketplace paradigms, it conveys the balance of power from the seller to the customer. The millennia-old marketplace dance is still beautifully simple, but when the dancers come together in the age of the customer, a new leader emerges because control of the 3 major relationship elements has changed. Products and services still controlled by the seller, the buying decision still controlled by the customer, but now the information, including customer experiences, is easily and abundantly available to the customer without being controlled, filtered, or distributed by the seller. The age of the seller is succumbing to the new age as customers resist the restrictions of the former age and embrace the empowerment of the new. During this transition period, sellers are operating in parallel universes, but not for long. Your small business is now operating in a new age where customers rule. They like this newfound empowerment and increasingly expect sellers to connect with them on age of the customer terms. Sellers that transition to the new age with their customers will be successful. Hidebound sellers, nostalgic for when they had control, will be irrelevant and they will perish. Write this on a rock. It's the age of the customer. Your world has changed. This is Jim Blasingame. I'll see you on the radio or on the internet at smallbusinessadvocate.com.